There are so many things to learn from that last video, and this one is definitely going to be trying to prove two things. First of all, one that I think Spinventor is going to be incredible into Crucible Area 4. Refresher Course or Adventure Run. I like the both of them a lot. It's probably just Adventure Run, right? Yeah. Even though Refresher Course is probably better into Area 4, I think the Adventure Run is just too tempting to turn down. So many orbs that I'm going to enjoy that with. Try not to lose too much health this fight, shall we? Two things to prove. I think Spinventor is going to be amazing into Area 4, but also I think I was just simply getting unlucky last run. So hopefully we don't get unlucky and we just manage to claim a quick win, I suppose. That certainly would be nice. My bomb, my shot really did not get to go where I was hoping. I love going straight down the middle. It would have given me bombs, would have given me the refresh. Pretty much everything I desire. Let's bounce into that bomb. See if we can get some value there. So having to turn down an orb, well, not being able to buy an orb here is unfortunate. Talk about unfortunate. It's a very, very bland map. I don't actually expect to get the win for this run. But I do expect Spinventor Cruci 20 to be reasonably easy, and I do feel like I just got rather unlucky that last video. So in particular, there are more than a few things to learn. First of all, you can play around the orbit story effect if that is going to stay in the game. In Area 3, you just have to be really careful with your navigation, make sure that you're not losing the most important event in the game, because it will quite literally decide your runs. It is a very, very big deal. If you need one of those effects, then you need it desperately, so you can't really afford to have it turn into a treasure chest, even if you do have orbit story to improve the rarity of treasure chests. And second of all, there were a lot of lines I could have done that video, which I either did not find the final piece for, or couldn't bank on due to not having a piece that would make it necessary and other options just looking better at that point in time. Which is just unfortunate. I think I made good decisions. I think that I was not well rewarded for them, and it culminated in me unfortunately not being able to get to the win. But I got really close. You know, like, that boss had a lot of increased health, and we still melted through him. Absolutely melted through him with a build that I was not expecting it to do so well, but it really did quite decently, didn't it? But I don't actually feel like losing health this fight. 75 gold is very acceptable. I do believe in the Electromagnet, honestly. Like, I want to see the Electromagnet do awesome things. Not sure if it's going to be particularly amazing into Area 4. I really don't like spending the gold immediately, as we know. I love to greed, save for stores, and just take health loss in the elite fights, and set myself up better from stores from there. Which is definitely questionable. I'm sure that there are many solid ways you can play. It definitely depends on each seed. Sometimes I will very happily change things out. Like, I'm getting good Adventurine spots here as well, which is pretty sick. One of the sick things about Adventurine as well is you can get so much value from it early on if you're able to slime one of the upgraded pegs. Like, for example, right there. I can just get so much more value from that. It's great to see Splatter just putting in amazing work. Baseline, we've already got 20 damage just by hitting one peg, which is really nice. So I will be losing as much health as you'd expect an elite fight to drain from us here, as always. But despite that, I think it's still going to be decently fine. I'm actually just going to go for that. The crit on the Splatter was a very big deal. Unfortunately, that was less than I would have liked. So close, but I did get what I wanted in the end, so that works. Alright, I've passed go. I think I will just start popping AoE from now on. Hopefully, I did not pull the trigger too early, which I feel like I might have done actually. And if you can do that, you can. Awesome. I just needed one bomb. I got my one bomb. Thank you kindly. Now let's try and finish up here. Oh no, you left that 40 peg popped. I was banking on it. Great way to get a lot of quick damage. That's fine. Absolutely fine. I lost a lot of health in an elite fight, which is what you do expect. If it was other elites, I would have lost even more health, so perfectly acceptable. Refresh also trigger a crit. Well, I mean, I'm just going to take it. This class playing for crit stuff is pretty real. And getting that early is really nice. It's also just extra damage, which is great. If I get like a complex claw here, it's very nice. A good slime. It's not going to store any relic. I think the sliming is a great idea. Cookie as well, though. I really do want to boost the refreshes on the board quite a lot. which I think I do just turn down the good slime. I think a good slime is kind of great. As we saw last run, my potion bolt shot 1 dealt basically 30k damage, I think, which is pretty crazy for a potion bolt. My deck really was not all that good for a potion bolt damage build, which was basically solely due to a good slime. But I do think that the best passives to take here are definitely just going to be those two. They're very solid, very good passives, and they work well with a lot of things. Like baseline, if I get a Leaf Thrust later, I'm in an insane spot. You know, that would be sick. So maybe I will just try and play for trying to get to area 2. If I can get to area 2, like I just can't lose the health here. 21 damage is unfortunately too much. As nice as that option is, unfortunately 21 is a very large number. Very large indeed. Unicorn Horn, sure. It is acceptable. I do just plan on going to the next elite. After all, I have... If you're trying to build a crit build, you really do just need Rare Relics. That's basically about as simple as it gets. They're just so impactful for crit builds, and pretty much everything that you're looking for is indeed... is indeed going to be of the rarer variety. Oh my god. Alright, I have been trying to just take shots, which could be cool. I think I can't get too damn. Which could be cool, but I should have been aiming more for bombs specifically. It's fine. We'll be able to get good damage, and waiting does have its merits as well. So at this stage, I do in fact want to do some upgrading or adding orbs to my deck. I think Rubber's Orb might be good fun. That's got discarding at the base level. Yeah, I think Rubber's Orb at the base level is good enough. It's also 2-4, and I do appreciate that level of damage. I think Rubber's Orb, the change to it is very nice. Should be good fun now. Alright, so if I heal, then I should be fine for Avogadro if I don't lose too much health in this fight. I suspect I will though. I think that I probably have just lost a tiny bit too much health this run, and I have the beginnings of good builds, but I do not have pieces that I need to be able to confidently say that, yeah, I'm not going to lose too much health in this fight, and yeah, I'm going to be able to beat. Unicorn Horn here is actually sick. Usually get this like safety blanket, bouncing off of it. Oh damn. Is what I wanted to do, but unfortunately did not work out as well as I would have liked. I just want to bounce in this kind of general area. Try and get towards that refresh really is all. Good damage there. You know what, maybe... No. It would be nice if I could aim and bounce onto the refresh, that would be sick. I just can't. Unicorn Horn is very cool, but it does not grant me the capabilities to do that apparently. Fine. I'm sure that I have it now, like absolutely sure that I can aim at that refresh now. We just lose perhaps more health than I would like to see. Well, I didn't get to bounce out there. This is fine, I didn't want to get this kill. I wanted him bashing me over the course of the reload just so the enemies are dealing slightly less damage to me. No, I just need to, I really don't need both, do I? I just need to get that refresh is killer. Unfortunate. Truly unfortunate, I just, you know. The refreshes were in absolutely god-awful spots, and I'm afraid that I can't get a crit for this one shot either, so I have just drained far too much health here. I'm afraid I do not get to pass go. Bonk bonk, perfectly fine. You get screwed with your refresh and crit spots in an elite fight, you are kind of just doomed. That's not the class I'm playing. There we go. Spinventor, immediate cookie, complex claw, and the unicorn horn. We'll definitely just take healing. Healing is healing. And healing heals. Next for 75 health in this fight is brutal. We barely sneak it in right there. Awesome. If that hadn't made it, we would be in a very, very bad spot. But now everything's just so delayed. These enemies just have slightly more health than you want, so... I can get that bomb though. Just takes longer than I'd like. But as we saw, it really matters. Unfortunately, the enemies have just ever so slightly more health than I'd like them to have, and hitting the bomb just decreases their health. I also didn't want to get the kill on the green slime there, just so I'm taking less damage on the reload. And popping those pegs is very unfortunate. I do just go for the refresh. I need to get somehow a good shot and the refresh, which is just so unlikely, but I managed to pull it off, so that's nice. We also get this kill here, which is huge. I don't think that we can get a kill on this guy before the reload though, so It's a bit rough. Actually, I lied. Like, we absolutely can. If I get a crit here as well, that's just uber guaranteed. Alright, awesome. Basically no health loss for Cruci 19, screwing me around pretty bad. Double store, double elite instead. Double elite. One store. Pick up an orb. Read it. Okay. I don't think we're doing assemble stuff. I think the seed is calling in other directions. Chemical Hazard, Reorganizer, Two's Company. So I have talked a lot about how I think Reorganizer and Chemical Hazard are both good tempo orbs to pick up early on. I usually don't pick them up. If it is nice, added to my deck for free, then free is just the greatest price of all. So I think they're both good tempo. Would I prefer Chemical Hazard? Yes. So, but they're both good. Just 5 gold would be nice, thank you. Thank you very much. There probably is better shots I can do to get more gold there, but I'm fine with that. I will very happily just accept my 5 gold, move along, hit my bombs with my horrible because it's very large. Oh, staff. 62 damage as well. Really is not too bad, is it? And obviously the Reorganizer, as we all know, has incredible synergy with the Shuffle Pot passive. So if we can get that, that is just one of the best builds to bring into Area 4 for sure. Really good. Basically, just a whole bunch of the best builds for Area 4 are just going to be spamming crits or refreshes. That is really what you're going to want to do, in my eyes. The simplest way to go, also spamming bomb swags. If you can get recon, that is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. If you can't get recon, then your build's probably going to look a little bit like what my final build did last video. Which is perfectly fine. It's a great build. It's just missing one piece, and that one piece was apparently enough to end like that. So I should have enough gold now so I can just navigate. Ooh, at least getting plus 5 gold. But that health loss potentially was not worth it. Especially since we're fighting plants with what I would call a very poor refresh. Being able to get 2 crits, 2 bombs for the first 2 shots is pretty cool though. Unfortunately, both of the high damage orbs that I have in my deck are very late, so they do get this one shot off. Which, when I'm trying to kill plants, oh god, that sucks so much. I desperately wanted to kill there because Splat Orb, if it crit, could get so much progress done onto the next enemy. But instead I just have to finish the kill there. This might be dangerous. Okay, good, it actually did work. I was really hoping for a crit there. It would have been pretty unlikely, but I was hoping for it. Oh no, that's not even a better spot. Maybe it's fine? Okay, it is fine. I mean, look, we've just taken so many more hits than we're allowed to take for a plants fight. Like, sure, it's a plants fight, but you're just not allowed to take this much damage and walk away. Just not happening. So, unfortunately, I do expect that we are indeed dead, but that's not going to stop me from getting a crit here and getting a kill, but actually, the health. The health is, yes. Wow. I have the gold that I want, but, take back everything I said. If you want to win Area 4, get Taunt Sash. Simply. Hello. I have healing. Okay, so there are a few lines here. This is pretty awesome. Pretty awesome indeed. I could get so much gold off of this as well. The Infernal, like technically this Infernal might be decent just to try and grab the extra passive because it's so much extra gold as well. Taunt Sash, do I want that? Or probably pop it in the boss fight, right? Yeah, pop it in the boss fight, okay. Ambidextrous is so good, stuff's this thing. Round Guard and Enhanced are obviously the 2 best passives ever. But we've already got a Common Orb Reorganizer in our deck, which has good damage. Could start trying to build around Hero's Backpack with it. It only costs 30 gold, so we can do this. We wouldn't be able to normally do that. I think that sounds like good fun, and then just pray I hit Shufflebot, right? I'm going to 3 Elites Area 1, so like, I am knocking down as many elite fights as I can, trying to get the passive that I'm looking for. Hopefully I can land it, eh? So I'll change things up again. I'll go for a shot that looks like this, and yep, sure. Okay. We'll just have to go for 2 bombs like here. This is a good stifled shot though. Definitely not bad. There we go, and okay. I'm fine to lose a bit of health. A bit of health just means I'm closer to my Sash, which I do want to pop. Really do want to pop it. I also want to live though, so not sure when that means popping it. Alright, we will shoot our Shuffle Orb next shot, and it's going to hit a crit, and it's going to get so much damage, and everything is going to be amazing. 36, by the way, is pretty good. Acceptable, acceptable. Got a refresh, which basically negates what he did to me. 41. Alright, I need Sworn Sash, eh? But if I can actually get a Shuffle Pod, that would be huge, because I have Cookie already. Salt Totem. I may just... Oh, but this is a Hero's Backpack build. Gonna be spending so much gold. Well, we have our Sash activated. We have plants to thank for that. Oh my god, 260. I love everything. That is very pleasant, admittedly. That is also very awesome. So without a doubt, it's just active. Yes, yes, okay. We can work with that. They deal again. I can definitely shoot straight onto this crit. Oh, it's so finicky. There we go. I was gonna say I really can. Can I refresh? No. Alright, I do need to make sure to get the kill. I also need to make sure to allow him to pop the Sash. Should be fine. Yeah, I am mildly worried now. Refresh is very bad. I just need the tiniest heal. Tiniest heal ever. Thank you, thank you. So much safer now, so much more secure. 65 damage should be only too easy. Can we get a refresh? No. $23 health. This is ridiculous. So good. Alright. This isn't specifically Spinventor stuff. I have appreciated the tempo I've gotten from Spinventor originality though, to be fair. Let's open up bombs, shall we? Claiming the refresh is also very good. We'll try this. No, I'll just do this. Yep, awesome. My targeting was fine. All I was aiming at the bomb. Yep, perfectly acceptable. Here's the thing. Aiming for a roll which heals me is perfectly acceptable. It's also applying more slime. Oh my god. Being able to have a healing passive. Just a game changer, it really is. It really is just a game changer. A lot of damage. A lot of damage. And keep boosting that. Minotaur's a bad fight for us. 3 plants fights. Now you know the game wants to kill me really badly. Luckily, that last plants fight set us up pretty well. Did we also get a Sash from... Oh my god. Sorry, so we fought plants, got Sash for focus, fought plants again, got Torn Sash and Slimy Salve. Now we're going to be fighting plants and we're going to get Shuffle Pot, and our build is going to be insane. Can you imagine if I actually did get Shuffle Pot, by the way? That would be just very, very nice. That's for sure. It would be very, very nice, that's for sure. Awesome. Alright, I have so much to learn from this run. It's just get lucky, lol. Like, how is it that I'm doing this on Spinventor and not Peglin, by the way? Like, my Peglin run was just absolutely horrendous RNG. Yeah, this one, I haven't seen a good slime yet, actually. That is also a very good point. Good slime is amazing after all. Would be pretty sick this run, because apparently... Oh, you lived, that's fine. Well, I do get to stop you here. Oh, so close. That should be fine, yep. Don't know what to do here. I will just shoot towards as many slimes as I can. Oh man, this is just beautiful. I get to keep increasing my max HP. Realistically, it is probably just worth it, just increasing that max HP. I will keep pressing the button, picking up any reorganizers I can get because their damage is just beautiful. I'm on 88 health right now. And I'm fighting Betsy, which means it's more than 88 health. No way. Oh man. Wow. Okay. Rightio. His backpack is... Oh, there's extra health on this fight, but I just don't care. I simply don't care. Oh, some very good damage there, wasn't it? Man, this is just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Sash Oboe. So, boosting my max health. Okay, I really do just need to get a very competent late game plan. I just need to prioritize stores as well, don't I? Yep. Okay. Gotta make sure to have enough removals. Like, realistically, if I can get myself to the spot where I can enter Area 3 and take the rare relic out of those options, that might be really, really nice, because this build gets very augmented by rare relics, doesn't it? Yep. Quite a bit, so that is definitely what I'll aim for. 1 health loss from these guys. They usually smack you for 5 or something ridiculous. Like, jeez, man. It's just crazy, it really is. I don't even lose health from navigation properly. Like, don't I only lose 1 health from misnavigation? Like, wow. Oh, it does look like I'm going to... How much damage does this plants guy even do? No way. I didn't kill the plants guy in time, so he got the shot off on me. But I actually just take 0 damage because I'm just that insanely tanky. I also have the best healing source in the game. I also have a very dependable healing source in Cookie, which is going to be great in the future, but admittedly it's pretty poor. But honestly, I've gotten so much healing out of it. Really right there. I really have. I haven't... Oh my god, I haven't hearts. Okay. Perfectly acceptable if you ask me. Yeah, we should just... again, with the just... me trying to aim somewhere and Betsy being like, no you don't. God, what is this shot? My god. Oh, it's so nice that I just don't have to press the healing button as well. Just pressing the max HP button instead. Oh yeah. Just sick, truly. I'll pop that vine eventually. It's one of the unfortunate thing about the sliming everything. Anything that slimes. It can actually just mess you over in the Betsy fight a bit. Good news is, it's just healing slimes, so for however much we get messed around, we get more health back than we lost, so it is perfectly acceptable. We just have absolute inevitability as well. Usually the boss is meant to have inevitability, but you're going to bring Sash and Intentional Oboe into a boss. Oh god, if we fought Avogadro, the plant minions that he'd summon would be dealing 0 damage. That is just ridiculous. Speaking of minions doing 0 damage, I think that all the minions are going to be spawning here. I should have just aimed for that vine, silly me. I was trying to get these gold coins because I realized that we're going to exhaust the minions. Usually it's just very unwise because you've lost so much Betsy health at this point. I have walked into this fight and I've healed. I did not get the plant kill and I've still healed. Of course the plant is dead. I did get the plant kill, but I'm talking about the plant kill when you're meant to get the plant kill. Yeah, that was actually a pretty bad reshuffle. But it just doesn't matter, does it? Awesome. Well, sometimes you do just get lucky. And lucky is something we got. See, this is one of the reasons why I do think Spinventor is going to be extremely good. Yes, we got extremely lucky. But most of the passives that you're trying to get lucky on the Peglin tuition pool, which you have increased options for, are just Spinventor passives. So why not just skip the middleman, remove your extra option, but remove all of the other class options as well, so that you can only get Spinventor options in your pool. Which, as we can see right here, the Spinventor options are pretty nice. Usually when I'm thinking Spinventor options being good, I'm thinking more so, oh my god, he's just on the tiniest bit of health and I just can't find the damage because the refresh is just hiding. Like, yes, I will just aim at that vine to get the kill because it does 10 damage. Another real one-izer, by the way. Go for gold. I'm just perfectly fine with, like, this. Just boost my healing. Multiple passives are so good as well. So, 2 of the other reasons why, well, they're 2 of the same reason, why I think Spinventor is so good into Area 4 is you just get the 3 boss passives now, which means you can go multiple passives, you can go multiple double damage passives, you can combine them. Basically, Spinventor just has really, really good boss passive combos that it can assemble. And Go for Gold is just screaming at me, right? Yeah, it's just screaming at me. So good. That is very bad. Unfortunately, it does not work with Hero's Backpack. Hero's Backpack. 2 random relics are deactivated each battle. That is bad news. Start the act by... This is one of the best options you can possibly get. There are some bad fights for us. No, we just have enough damage, don't we? There are some bad fights for us, yes. There are definitely some bad fights for us. Like, this would be so much better if it was the boss from Area 1. I think usually mini-boss from the next phase is going to be worse. This is definitely the worst of the two, but you just get extra gold by fighting this. A boss from the last phase is definitely better. So what are we going to get here? This is the worst possible fight. Yeah, no, if they wanted to screw us over here, this is the best possible way. Having to fight an immediate resistance knight is pretty funny, honestly. It's actually hilarious. It's hilariously bad, though, unfortunately, for the player. So let's hope we can get that refresh, eh? Not dealing damage there is great. God. I do just have to ent, unfortunately. The problem with enting is it scales him, and scaling him is not good. Good news is, though, this should just deal a fair chunk of damage. I'm perfectly fine to lose some health for this. Especially since I've collected most of the gold in the map. That was just very solid. No rewards, but who cares, I got gold. And currently I am actually pretty low on gold. So I did say I wanted to prioritize stores. Is a store equivalent to 2 chests? That is the question. And I think the answer is, with that second store, no, right? Not certain, I really am not. I can definitely see either way. Fresh bandana. I'll do the 2 chests. Because the thing is, sure, I go to the 2 stores, it's great, amazing stuff. But I do just have less gold for area 3 then, which is potentially not ideal, so I'm just fine to take the chests, claim my free relics and move along. They're all on 10 health. One of the nice things about multi-ball, makes it easy to pop the shields, which makes it easy to get rid of the shield guys, which makes it easier to get rid of the guys you actually care about getting rid of. We are apparently losing a bit of health here because I can't aim at that bomb, but worry. Speaking of not being able to aim, let's just, thank you. Just take that. Alright, we do need to regen health from the crossbow fight still, but there are going to be some very good fights to heal on in Area 2. There are also going to be some very good fights for damaging you in Area 2, but I'm sure we'll fare just fine. The level? Awesome. That's part of the reason why, a big part of the reason why I also don't want to go to the store. It's just like I'm picking up so many. Wow. I really would like to get this. It's a massive deal. Wow. I have reduced already. It's an insanely massive deal. I'm just going to hold out a bit. I'm not afraid of how strong I am at all. And I want navigation inflation. We'll collect it just before there. One navigation inflation. What can I say? I'm greedy. I don't need the help. Again, Resistance Knight is a bad fight, but we've seen that we can already handle a Resistance Knight, and my deck just got +1/+2 on basically the entire deck. So definitely going to rat him out. Resistance Knight is a bad fight. This fight is it's actually technically not good. My AoE powers are good. Pretty solid. Oh, I just got a bomb unit. Never mind, that's so much better. Never mind, I take back what I said. They're really solid, full stop. I was actually planning on adding more after that, but I don't need to because they're actually just good enough to the point where I kind of just obliterate enemies, and that's just great. Absolutely splendid. I do need extra refreshes and crits on the board. Being able to get as many elites as I have is very nice. I didn't get rewards from the first one actually, and there's only one in this area. 2, sorry, because there's one next. I forgot that this wasn't actually the one that was next. No, it was a lovely random one. Yes. Of course, just in case you don't get it, if you rat him out there, you get a fight which gives you gold and you get a rare relic. And I'm really looking for rare relics. If you choose the chest, it's just normal chest, which means you're more likely to get a common relic. You can still get a rare relic, it's just unlikely. I really do want that refresh sometime soon. And you also get no gold. So a lot of the time I will just rat him out if I can, because that rare relic is just pretty valuable as it turns out. And even like an over ammo or something would just be very acceptable just for mopping up the rest of Area 2 with. It's just solid in a lot of fights. I really just don't need it though, do I? I can just turtle and I do have good enough damage with my... Damn it. I was trying to discard the pebble there, but... Bit silly, eh? There we go. I delayed out the fight a bit, which would be nice if there was more gold to collect on the map, but there isn't, so... no real reason. Okay, well... The thing is, my usual reaction to crazy scenarios is just silence, which doesn't work out the best, does it? But okay. You thought our healing was good before? Oh my god! Wow! Like this is definitely just the hardest elite fight. That is not to say that we're not absolutely going to own this fella though. We are. My powers have doubled since the last time we met. Like seriously. Not only do I have short enhanced, which is crazy, just baseline, but I also just got. Oh my god! I just found the shuffle pot. That really just happened. I'm not complaining. I really am not. It's just like the best common orb to add to your deck for Hero's Backpack is Shuffle Pot with Shuffle Orb. Rubble is equally as strong, but if it's specifically Shuffle Pot with Shuffle Orb, okay. I don't even need them upgraded, that's the stupid part. Sure. I have not turned down a refresher course this run, have I? I have not. I just have no words. Like, sure. You just need to get lucky. This is the reason why Spinventors just got better than every other class into Area 4 Cruci 20, because they just get lucky. That's all you need. Just need a good bit of luck. It is what Peglin tuition is meant to be known for. Their amazing luckiness, but the unfortunate thing about Peglin tuition's luckiness is it comes at the cost of having access to every class's pool for a few things, which can just be a bit unfortunate. I think that boosting my max HP is very handy, so I will, but I'm not sure if it was worth it there. I really want to... Damn. Really wanted to pop those bombs, but this is perfectly acceptable. Betsy's Hedge, do not expect to get any value out of that. In fact, maybe not taking it is better for Fleece. Although Fleece is now in the store-only pool for this class. But it is certainly a pretty good passive here. A passive that I would definitely consider. To the point where, honestly, yeah, no, I just shouldn't have taken Betsy's Hedge. I can't not crit after all. So it was just straight up a misplay, which is fine. I have a lot of normal damage, by the way. It's fine because I just like taking passives. Taking passives is fun. Just that. There's a decent chance that I could be miles stronger if I didn't take it though. Quite a decent chance. I honestly do expect that to be the case. Let's just grab this bomb because bombs are just so much more gold than pegs. Alright, make sure to grab this, shall we? Slow it down. Awesome. Don't know why I need to slow it down actually. Count off. Okay. Not particularly insane. It's not actually that insane, but it's just really good. Just really good, man. Alright. Alright. Couple just in case we get that one curse, because it's not really a curse, it's just better than a curse. And just buy a reorganizer. Fine with this. Perfectly fine with this. That was an insane store. Getting Strange Brew for this build is ridiculous. The removal is great because then I can actually shoot my reorganizers. Also I thought. And just a reorganizer just to add +1, +2 to my entire deck. Like, that's just stronger than Power Glove. And Power Glove is a solid passive. Just a good damage boost. Talk about a good damage boost. I think we've got more than enough damage. I think our damage is perfectly fine. So all we need now is some kind of thing which asks you to refresh or crit a whole bunch. My max health is insane. It's like I'm just in such a good spot. There are a whole bunch of things I still want to hit. But like, man, if I hit them, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to jinx it. Refresh potion. So I lose my access to my only refresh. However, my crits refresh. And I get morbid. So the big bad news is Lethal Escalator, and Refreshing Punch in particular, would no longer be a viable combo. That's a lie. No, it's still actually very, very good. I just have half as many refreshes, but it's still actually insane. That is hilarious. I don't think Mortal Metal's bad here. I think it's actually decent into Area 4, and we just have a really solid build and we don't need the gold, so I think it might be decent. But Kinetic Meteorite, garbage, useless. Defresh Potion, potentially bad if I get one specific combo, but apparently that specific combo might still just be fine even if I hit it, so sounds like a pretty obvious choice, doesn't it? Okay. I got a really, really good one. There are just two that I was really looking for. Anyone that boosted my gold as well, I would have been more than happy to accept, including and especially the one that killed me last run, the purchases cost health instead of gold. That would have been insane. That would give me so much gold to work with and allowed me to upgrade my deck potentially, which would have been cool. But this one's really awesome. I have a lot of damage on my horribles now, and more importantly, I'm going to get that horrible removed from my deck, which is just, you couldn't do that before. But that's just a really, really good curse. It does mean that I'll have to be shooting horribles, but like, when you've got this much damage, do you really care? The answer is no, I don't care. I really don't. Awesome. Navigation inflation can't get any value even if we did. Oh right, I forgot the horribles do damage. I was just like, how does he damage me there? But our horribles are actually pretty decent damage dealers. Pretty decent. God, imagine we can dupe our entire deck. I would happily accept that as well, because yes, duping the horrible, but guess what? Guess what? Oh my god, that's beautiful. I really do love this curse, is what I'm calling them, I suppose. Double store with double remove. Does sound pretty good. I am going to keep pressing the gold button. It definitely might not be needed anymore. I looked 1 health from that file. Man, if I get a weighted chip, it is just a freebie apparently. Alright, let's not do that. I actually do care about going to the left. Thank you. Thank you so much. I would keep paying prices. You know, that is just perfectly acceptable. Double is just worse. It's 0-0 after all, not a 0-1. I've got so many like, if I can get to area 4 and take the elite relic, that is just so nice. Oh, at least I only have to shoot 1 horrible. You know, it really could have been worse. It really could have. Since the horribles are just better than the... Oh my god, the damage is just... It's ridiculous. I do kind of want my refresh back though. That would be nice. Sorry. I was on normal Spinventor brain, which is potion pool, buy it. But actually, I don't do that here. Hello. Oh. Which I is potentially safer, but like, man, I'm just taking the big bag. Big bag's just good. Talk about just good. Look at this. Boom. Plus 20 gold. Not bad. Not bad indeed. Hello. How are you going? You're just there. You just exist. Alrighty. Our purples have damage. Yay. Affected or reactant is useless. I do not want it. Wait, I can cut into this door, which is worse than that. So got it. I feel like I would want the elite more than the store. I don't know. The removal is so valuable. That refresh course is so good. Navigation inflation is potentially nice. Oh my god. This is the first time I've ever had an enhanced plus short fuse going into area 4. Or maybe not the first time, actually. It's the second, isn't it? Because it's the last run. I just forgot because it was a longer video. I might get to claim the chest. I think, I mean, it doesn't actually matter where I go, technically. I guess I shouldn't deliberate on it too much. I'm just not sure where I'm ending up. But technically, this navigation just doesn't matter. Oh my god. Oh, perfect. Absolutely insane. Alright, now the terrible is the worst. So currently, I'm fine to leave 1 orb in my deck, right? God, if I get a dupe my entire deck at this stage, it's so good. To the point where I am going to play for it. So we have 1 question mark versus 1 question mark, 1 question. Oh, looking good, eh? Looking good. Versus 2 question marks. I'm just gonna go left. If I can. Maybe... Okay, thank you. It just stacks me up a bit more gold for the store, which is what I'm looking for. Wow, this is a pretty brutal Cruci 19 spawn. Like, usually this guy would just be able to detonate on you. I think you can still get it at this stage. Did they make it so that you can't get this fight immediately, potentially? Because I feel like this is later than I've ever gotten it before. But I don't think so. Alright, nice. We have a good bit of scaling now as well. Did we need the scaling? No. But is it fun to have scaling? Yeah. So, nice, we now have, honestly, a pretty noticeable damage boost. You know, like, that definitely matters. It matters. Not much, but it matters. Don't have navigation inflation, unfortunately. I actually hit that peg, wow. I hit it as I was passing through it though, so it didn't actually affect my momentum. Adventurine, cool, not useful. Navigation, oh. I keep waiting because if I get navigation inflation, it's literally 4 times gold. Instead of 20 gold, I'll get 100, right? But I keep not getting it, which is a shame. Sorry, 25 and 100. Bombaton is fine. I don't have recon, but I don't have Alchemist Cookbook, so I don't need it. Oh wait. This might look very greedy because it is, but there is a chance for me to get a lot of gold here, and having a lot of gold for the later areas sounds pretty awesome. So I'm actually going to play for it. Man, this is actually pretty sick. Like, I just get a lot of gold here. I really appreciate having a lot of gold. I only had navigation inflation. Like 66 times 4 there would be insane. It would set me up forever, but unfortunately, no navigation inflation. So look at this. If I spend 30 gold on occlusion detection, Boom. I get that 30 gold immediately back because I will be buying that. Will I? Will I? Oh my god, will I? One extra refresh. One extra crit. 15 extra max. Man, I wish I had the gold to buy that. By the way, I did spend 30 gold on the collusion, but 152 gold is not enough to buy all 3 of these anyway. Oh. Wow. Wow, wow. I gotta buy 2 of them. Sick. There are 4 things I want to buy here. Who cares about Rallying Heart? I have infinite health that works. Literally infinite health. Sure, it is a very noticeable boost. Plus 14% is pretty cool. But I think my healing is fine. Is it just plus 1 extra crit and refresh here and move along because I got Strange Brew? Well, when you put it like that, it does sound pretty... Okay, fine. When you put it like that, it does sound pretty good, doesn't it? Alright, nice. Now I made up my mind. Alright, these horribles are going to leave my deck. That is going to be so nice. Because then I'll only have 2 bad orbs in my deck. And I can remove one of them, which means I'll only have 1 bad orb in my deck. And if you only have 1 bad orb in your deck, you can discard it. So I'm just kind of in a great spot. I can grab the rare relic in area 4. Now, what exactly am I looking for? Not much. Do I need the max health? No. I think the rare relic's better than the max health. This stage with 140, one must hope, right? Man, this is just absolutely awesome though, isn't it? Absolutely awesome. Max health is just better than the upgrades. Straight up. I need that gold. But I don't need it maybe, but I really want it. Oh, we got Coin Dragon. Dragon is so good for gold. Awesome stuff. Maybe again, maybe I can greed here. I kind of doubt it though. Yeah, as I said, I kind of doubt it. They're very easy to hit bombs. Alright. Man, if we had more greed this one, this would have been even crazier. I could have duped my entire deck as well. That would have been insane. Absolutely ridiculous. Let's just curve straight into that bomb. Oopsies. Good enough, honestly. Plus 3 gold, I accept. Would I have gotten significantly more? I'm fine with this. If I'd actually done what I wanted to do. Oh god, that is too much damage for me. Alright, Horribles, it's your time to shine. Now, you see, I want gold. Simply. So, would I happily delay this fight? Absolutely. Please get a crit. Thank you. It's nice watching the damage halved by a 10th. The second I hit a crit. Exactly what you want, right? Exactly. Unfortunately, I need to shoot 1 Shuffle Orb after this. The thing is, you really do need a lot of gold for area 2. This gold costs a lot of gold. And I do want to buy the remove, which is actually pretty cheap, I suppose. I don't think that collusion works into area 4. Do not believe that is how it works. This is a splat orb. We killed him. Awesome. Absolutely awesome, and yeah, it just gets enough damage to get the kill pretty much. Like, it was like 3k off of getting the kill if I shot it first. The problem is the immediate map I got was pretty bad, so I just couldn't get damage on it. This is fine, so 280 gold is what I'm going to be spending in the store. Oh god, wow, look at how bad this stuff is. Pregnant is fine. First Mask, useless, completely useless. Hacklon Satchel, it's just useless. Like 100 gold actually does make me think about it. Do I want the Electro Pegnet? It does scare me a bit. I like... Obviously it's not a misnavigation relic, there is no more navigation to be had. I am thinking on this for probably too long. I just take the skip option for the gold. I'll just take a boss passive because I want to take a boss passive and I think Electro Pegnet is a positive benefit here. As I said, I did want to use the Electro Magnet Orb. I do think it's pretty cool. So I swear that's just slowed down and I can't speed it up. And there we go, the Horribles are gone. I really do think this is an amazing curse, it's just incredible. If you can get benefits from this, like, if you don't have to worry about the downside of this, then the benefit is just insane, it's just so good. And if you're playing on Spinventor, you know, then your Horribles are going to be 3 6s, right? 2 6? 2 4s? 2-4 large orb is fine. We are just going to bash these enemies to death, 1 enemy at a time, because that is how our damage works. Looks like we've got a decent chunk of gold, having plus 50 more would be pretty sick. Like this is just a very good map for getting damage as well. And if I had like Criticus here, like there's a reason why I really want that rare relic, right? I think Criticus is going to be really good into area 4, but as we all know, Criticus is just really good with this kind of build. It's just insane, especially if you get your crits also refresh. Makes it much easier to get more crits. But we also have like counterfeit crits. But yeah, Criticus has always been good for this build, and Criticus did just get buffed. It's now twice as strong, which is pretty sick. Twice as strong is more so to allow it to be used in multiple builds, but the builds that it was used in before are definitely just going to be way stronger. Because it was a really good relic before. I don't actually believe it needed the buff properly, but I do think that it getting the buff was a wise idea. I am trying to get the gold on the right hand side of the map. I can't seem to get it. If this means that I can get that bomb for post-combat navigation, I guess I'm not complaining because bombs are a lot of gold. But I would also enjoy getting all of the gold on the map. Getting all this damage is sick. I have not found a single level of Pierce or like an Instigator. I don't think I've seen an Instigator at least. Even just like a Molten Mantle, I would be interested to see how much damage that would have dealt. Because it'll be a lot. It wouldn't be 10k. It'll be a lot. Yeah, let's check the map. Wow, shocker, right? Absolute shocker. Sublamo, awesome. Oh, there we go. I managed to get on the right hand side. Surely I can stay there and... Actually, it looks like I've gotten all the coin pegs. Oh no, this one. You can grab it. Right there. Come on. Making his way up the board. I think that's the only one, but I'm not certain. It could just be hiding behind a refresh or a crit after all. They're not too easy to get. Alright. Feel free to end any day now. I will allow it. 155 max HP, by the way. Like, it's kind of... Circle. I mean, yeah. It is just the correct play. We will upgrade it there, and I will increase my max HP. I still missed it, okay. Let us do that. It was a dream. Okay, so here, we definitely don't want the removal. Well, technically, you know, upgrade every upgradable orb. Gives me +1/+2 on my entire deck, and it actually upgrades the Summoning Circle. That really is not that bad here. But there are a lot of good rare relic hits for me. Quite a few. Refreshing Punch, Criticus are the two that are very easy and very strong. Even something as simple as Recon would be insane as well. So we get Pumpkin Pie, Smoke Mod, and Powder Collector. Powder Collector is nice because it generates your momentum during your shot. However, we just don't need that. Don't need it, don't want it. Pumpkin Pie is just amazing, and Smoke Mod, I've used it a lot into the Area 4 boss, and it's actually very good for bomb spam comps, obviously. We get another Mimic Fight, awesome. Wait, less awesome because I don't get the free chest, but I also don't care because I do get a rare relic, which is very cool. As we know, I have been chasing rare relics for a reason. It costs 80 gold for the remove. I'll just increase max HP once more. Bag of Orange Pegs, Safety Net, Spooky, Haglin's Scary Hat. I think that all of these are useless. If I am going to get value out of any of them, it is the best one to pick here would be Bag of Orange Pegs. But I don't think I'm going to get value out of it, so I'll just take +5 pegs worth of damage. I'm afraid that I'm pretty good at getting pegs worth of damage, so I'm not really too worried about it. So, collusion detection, prices that scale up with each purchase. This is not a price that scales up with each purchase. We did manage to find the navigation inflation. It is here. Hello. Nice to meet you. I'm afraid that I'm just about to leave, so... Tactical retreat, hello. Oh, that actually throws a slight wrench in my... Oh. I did not think about finding Shuffle Orbs in the store. That does throw a slight wrench in my plans. Tactical Treat gives me 1 refresh every turn. That's just it, right? Like 1 refresh every turn is cool, but my crits also refresh, so don't care. I have total. If I had 1 more gold, I would buy it. It's actually pretty cool. But I don't because I want to buy this. It's +1/+2 on my entire deck. Why wouldn't I want to buy it? And as I mentioned, there we go. Now that's just perfect. And so I have total or Tactical Treat to choose between, and I think it is just I have total. Because it improves Orb and Relic Battle rewards. Like this is a Relic Battle, right? Just gives me 1 more option. And as I said, I really am just chasing some very specific rare relics which would make a absolutely massive difference for my build. My build is just very good though. I've got a lot of good things going for me. Pretty sick. I don't have like recon. One of the things that I've been noticing with every single one of my Area 4 runs is I have not seen a single recon. And that is really, really sad because recon is a great relic. But I was actually mistaken. Before I said that Pumpkin Pie plus the Purple Pies would actually claim the Purple Pie effect. But it doesn't. And that's cool. It's very cool. Let's get the intangible kill ASAP, please. That is actually just really annoying to keep around. As long as I'm getting 5k damage per shot, I am happy. So, Criticus and Refreshing Punch are the two that I'm looking out for the most. Criticus is obviously my #1 pick. As is always the case with this build, Criticus is pretty good. I guess Molliflower is also decent. I don't know if I can even access Molliflower in this class. Nice, I can't heal. Okay, good. So that's actually good to know. I'm obviously hitting the cookie, which means I'm healing 1 health. I'm also hitting the slimed pegs, so I'm definitely healing. But if you're not actually recovering health, then Lifelink has Spintertwined, sorry. I'm probably going to keep calling it Lifelink. Spintertwined is just doing nothing, which is good to know. Very good to know. We do get the Slumming Circle upgrade and a max health, and probably not anything more. I don't think I have enough gold for that. So there is 1 more gold over there, which I have failed to collect, so let's try that. Yeah, I thought I could get it. Nice, that might be a difference. Actually, it's not. Because my gold is going to end in a... yeah. Boom, 25. Boom. Yep, it didn't make a difference. Oh, I have collusion, lovely. Right, so last choice, I will upgrade 1 reorganizer to level 3. 1 special reorganizer, right? Okay, we missed. We did not find any of the passives we were looking for. However, one of these passives, it probably shouldn't come into play because I will just pop intangible and kill him, right? But one of these passives is actually sick for dealing with intangible, which is a big thing that you're going to want to deal with for Area 4. It doubles your damage against intangible for your high damage shots. And that is, of course, Pincer Maneuver, because it splits your damage into 2 pieces, which is just really, really good. So nice to see that. Ring of Pain, Ring of Reuse. I mean, look at this deck. I don't need Ring of Reuse. It does technically make my Summoning Circle shot a lot stronger. If there was a bad option in the Pincer Maneuver slot, I would easily take Ring of Reuse and it'll be solid enough. But there's Pincer Maneuver, and Pincer Maneuver is an amazing way to bypass intangible. Let's grab a tiny bit of gold. Oh, that is very pleasant. I was very worried that I'll just fully miss there, but no, that counts as a hit. It was not what I was looking for, and there were significantly better options. Significantly. However, it's still just very, very good. Very pleased to see that. Now let us start popping our bombs over here. Awesome. I would like to get a decent amount of intangible on him. That would be nice. So I believe this first battle is deciding his cap. Which means shooting a little like this. Thank you, I got the 2 that I was aiming for. There's just that 1 left now? No, there's 2. Very hard to get to, unfortunately. If I had Refreshing Punch, this would be only too easy. But I don't, and there are now black holes there, so aiming has become harder than I would like. 19 is decent though, 19 is decent. If I can deal 19 times 2... 38k every shot, I'm perfectly pleased with that. That's actually just pretty decent. I'm very close to the thing there. Can I pop it? I can't, that's fine. I do have pretty good capabilities for popping the intangible peg as well. I don't expect that to go too badly, but it very easily could, I suppose. I do not have recon, so I do not get my bombs back. Let's just get rid of... Nice. Nice. Yeah, very solid first shot. I'm making progress towards the black hole as well. I'm not worried about that. Well, you may have lifelink, Spintertwined even. But it looks like I was so close to the intangible peg. Just gonna be so nice when I can pop that. I mean, already look at his health, right? This is what happens when you actually manage to assemble a build that you would be very happy to take into this boss. This is definitely one of the builds that I wanted to take into this boss, and as we can see, oh no. It's a lot more damage actually, but not a massive amount. So he has 58k. Does it just increase the cap as well? That's insane if it does. I imagine that once it respawns, that it'll shrink back down again. But it looks like we are just dealing pretty solid damage on him. Our bomb build was also dealing pretty solid damage, wasn't it? We don't really have any modifiers here, do we? Pumpkin Pie Slot is actually just... I mean, Pumpkin Pie is such a good area 4 passive, isn't it? Yeah. Gonna be really good. That being said, I do need to take care of this right now. Let's get it out of here. As we know, I'm just not a big fan of the black hole pegs. They're just pretty nasty. The second you get the black holes up here, that's when you've got to start panicking. Need to get rid of that. Can't have it sticking around. But yeah, we've just bought ourselves a ton of max HP, an absolute ton of max HP. So we are just looking to be in a pretty decent spot. I'm also just very tanky, got a lot of good healing, and intangibles back up. I will aim in there. It'll be fine. Ooh, one got stuck. Damn. Can we... Oh, we can't pop the black hole peg because it's not fully active? Sure. Let's just go like that. Try and split things up a bit, but hopefully still get either the intangible or the black hole. Alright, this is the classic case of... There we go, 99k. That is a pretty massive amount, as we saw right there. I got some pretty good damage on him. As it turns out, this one refresher course that I have has granted me 115 Spinventors, so I'm looking at the damage of my orbs, and it's just 139 damage on a crit. That's pretty decent last time I checked. I also think that the Electro Peglin was just a good choice. Is it particularly amazing in this fight? No. But it's fun, and it's improving the fun factor of my shots by a lot. And improving the fun factor of your shots is usually also just a good thing. Because usually the reason why an orb shot is fun is because it's good. Alright, I did not realize just how important popping the intangible peg is. What it looks like is if you pop the intangible peg, it increases the intangible cap as well. Which is kind of sick. I believe on Cruci 20 he maintains intangible cap. The intangible even after you pop the intangible peg. So being able to increase the cap is very handy. Still on 60k? Okay. But I'm not sure if it'll be able to go below 60k. I also don't need it to. I'm just very pleased with this. See what I mean about Bag of Orange Pegs as well? It's like, yeah, the +5 procs is literally useless, but it's just impossible for me to use the Bag of Orange Pegs, it just is. This is why we bought ourselves max HP. I'm not sure if our max HP is also depleting twice as fast because of Torn Sash. I would expect not, but honestly, it's been depleting very slowly. Maybe, no, it hasn't been depleting very slowly. This has been a crazy fast fight. I've been very lucky with this build. Rather lucky. You know, like this is Cruci 20. The fact that I was able to fully assemble this, I have this many passives, I have this many orbs in my deck which are all affected by Hero's Backpack. It's like, yeah, I just got lucky, which is meant to be the thing that the Peglin class is meant to do, but I guess sometimes other classes can just do it much easier. And you know, like one refresher course was just insane for us. Entering that store for the extra crit refresh was also a huge deal. Yeah, apple a day for the 15 extra max HP is nice, but honestly... Oh, that is also one thing I didn't mention, right? Honestly, the Assault Totem is... I hate to say it, I really do. It's actually a really good relic now. If you can burn the gold on the max HP, having max HP for Area 4 is like the most important thing. You just need as much max HP as possible, which is probably why they buffed the 7 max HP event, right? It's just so important, and Basalt Totem, for what it's worth, is a very good max HP relic if you can burn the gold on it. The second you can burn the gold on it, it's just so worth it, and the max HP is just better now than it ever was before, and yeah, Basalt Totem is actually a really good relic now. Man, like this is exactly what I was hoping for. I really wanted relics to get their dynamics shifted because Area 4 is asking for different things. That's precisely what's happened. So many relics are so much more and less valuable. Mostly more valuable though, but once things are properly settled and most of the relics have become more valuable, the relics that didn't will become less valuable. So I'm sure I'll get more used to that later, but for the most part, most relics just didn't really get less valuable. Sure, you have stuff like Refilibuster, which like, what's that going to do in Area 4, right? But it's still just insane in Area 1, 2, and decent in Area 3, so it'll just remain good. But yeah, Shuffle Orb is a common orb. It's really easy to find. It has good damage, which means it's good tempo early on. So apparently, Rumble Hazard versus Shuffle Orb early on, there was that, I was happy to get either of them. I said I would have preferred the Gimbal Hazard. Apparently that was a lie. Apparently I would have preferred the Shuffle Orb because I'm simply going to hit the full Shuffle build. Having a 30 gold Hero's Backpack is sick. As I said, Hero's Backpack is actually still a very good Spinventor relic. The fact that it's a storyline relic, I wasn't too pleased with that. But it was still fine, especially once the gold decrease, I saw what it actually was, because minus 20 gold is insane. I think that Hero's Backpack that costs 30 gold is insane, even on Spinventor. It's really good. A lot of the time you are happy to just build a build that looks like this. Although, let's be perfectly blunt here, I got such insane curses. Extra gold, horrible removal, like that just sets you up for Area 3 so well. And obviously nothing sets me up for Area 3 better than what I had. So, like, just look at these 3 relics, what more do you need to know? Add in these 3 as well, and like, what more do you need to know? Add in these 2, what more do you need? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, ask me anything. There we go. That was the first bad relic, and then 1, 2, more insane relics. Bessie's Hedge was bad, I shouldn't have picked it up. I picked it up because it's fun to have more things. I'm just never meant to pick it up there. Crits Melissa's Fleece as a store-only relic on Spinventor. It costs 30 gold only. It's really, really good for this build. Gives you max damage guaranteed, which is nice because I wasn't actually at max damage. And if you can reach max damage in Area 4, you do want to, you really do. And Fleece is one of the best ways to do it, for sure. And then, like, most of these relics are just solid. I'm not going to go through the rest. But, like, the fact that our first bad relic was Ask Me Anything is just crazy. Job on me, that's not too insane. But, like, all of this stuff had great value. Rejuice is usually not the most valuable, but it got me a good chunk of gold. Quite a good chunk, actually. And then I got Enhanced Shot Fuse, and it got me an insane chunk of gold from there. Like, no navigation inflation, but it doesn't need it. It's just insane with it, you know? But yeah, Shuffle Orbs have good damage, they're good tempo, and apparently just hit the high roll stuff for them, and then boom, easy Spinventor victory.